Hey guys, I'm Liv and today I'm going to be going through my top tips for eco-travel this holiday season. If you're new here, hi, I'm Liv and I'm so excited to share my passion for sustainable travel with you. Today's video is all about traveling smarter and greener, but still being able to have that special Christmas sparkle to it. So let's dive into my top 10 tips for traveling greener this Christmas. Number 1, choose your transportation wisely. Once you've chosen your special Christmas destination, let's think about how you're going to get there. This can be a bit difficult depending on where you are. You're often traveling to find friends or family and spend time with loved ones, so it can cover quite a far distance. Planes have a big carbon footprint, so wherever possible, it's best to opt for trains or buses or some sort of carpooling service. But if you are traveling long distances, and sometimes it is inevitable, it's best to opt for direct flights because that way you're not using excessive emissions in takeoff and landing. My second tip is pack light. Now this is only possible if you're going to a destination that is closer to you rather than a long sort of trip. But let's talk about it. The weight of your luggage actually affects the amount of carbon emissions that are associated with your travel. So if you have heavy luggage when you travel, then it takes more energy to move that. So try to only pack what you need, plan out your outfits in advance. That's what I like to do sometimes because then you know exactly what you're gonna wear, what you need, rather than just throwing in the whole wardrobe all at once. My third tip is to support sustainable accommodation options. If you look at my channel, you'll see that I'm all about eco-travel, and one thing that is really important to me is choosing where I stay and doing that in a really thoughtful manner. Not too long ago, I posted a video about traveling to a sustainable resort in Corfu, Greece. If you want to check it out, I'll try and link it here. But this was really important to me because I think traveling sustainably is traveling consciously, and you need to think about where your money is going because as a tourist, that is such a powerful tool that you have. So when you're looking for your accommodation and places to stay, you can often filter it so that you can see certified sustainable hotels and resorts. You can also have a look at like some eco lodges, and even an Airbnb, you can find some really nice places. I also encourage you to do your own research because sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming with what to look at. So if you go for a resort, go to their website and see what their sustainable goals are. Look at their ESG report, because often they'll have in there information such as the type of energy that they use. Is it renewable energy that they're sourcing it from? What are their food practices like? Are they trying to avoid food waste? How are they doing waste management and water management? There's so much that goes into running a hotel that can be made sustainable. I really encourage you to look into it. This is such a simple but really effective way to travel sustainably. My fourth tip is to embrace local and seasonal dining. For all my foodies out there, this one's for you. Support local businesses by dining in to avoid the waste with takeout products. You have so many products that are supposed to be like a better version of plastic, but often they're plastic lined or have some other component that isn't truly recyclable or compostable. So it's best to just dine in where the dishes are washed and reused every day. Eating seasonally wherever you go is also really crucial. If you're eating seasonally, it often means that it is grown locally. It is grown to the climate that it's supposed to be, rather than being exported and transported from a very long distance. Not only is this a great way to experience the culture, but it's also better for the planet. Skip the disposable plastics. I covered this a little bit in the last tip about dining in. The holidays and the Christmas season can come with a lot of single-use plastics. This is especially the case when it comes to travel. You're often eating on the move, you want to get from one place to the other, so the convenience is always going to be the single-use plastic. But if you bring your own reusable cup or your cutlery, it can be a really smart and simple way to avoid single-use plastic. Just remember that you are making an impact for every little action that you take. Tip number 6, shop sustainable gifts. This one is actually quite funny. I remember being in high school and going to Singapore, going to the massive markets there and buying the I Love Singapore bags and I Love Singapore t-shirts, and I think I used it maybe like twice. And it wasn't really obvious to me at the time that it was just these mass-produced items that are being sold to tourists. But I'm a lot better when it comes to souvenirs these days. So let me share my tips. If you want to get a souvenir, let's be mindful about it. Let's buy from local producers. Let's buy from local artisan craft shops. Let's get something that was truly made in the country that you visit. So let's be mindful, let's buy locally, and let's buy natural. Travel in the shoulder seasons. This one is a simple and quick tip. Basically, if your schedule allows it, travel on just the outskirts of the season. This is not only cheaper, but it also means that you get a more authentic experience of what the area is like, rather than being completely overwhelmed with all the crowds and everyone else. It's also more affordable and it puts less strain on the resources of the area. So it's a win-win. Tip number 8 is to be a conscious adventurer. This is close to my heart. The environment is so precious and we need to protect and conserve it. We put so much strain on the environment, not only in the resources that we use to survive, but also just to enjoy it for our own benefit. Respect the environment wherever you go. Try to stick to marked trails and to avoid disturbing wildlife wherever possible. Try to participate in ecotourism activities. This can be from like zip lining to doing a guided tour which tells you about the natural land around you. Honestly, that's one of my favorite parts about traveling, is learning about the environment that you're in. I always find that I'm able to connect a lot more and enjoy the experience a lot more by doing so. Tip number 9 is to reduce energy use when traveling. This is another simple tip. It's basically turning off your lights, turning off any excessive energy use while you're not in the place or while you're not using it. This also applies to devices and heating and cooling. You don't need to have everything on all the time. These are probably habits that you're already doing already, so it's probably not going to be a big change, but just remember that those sort of actions when traveling also make a difference. And lastly, my final tip is to spread the word. When you're getting together with your friends and family this Christmas, make sure to spread your sustainable habits. Share what you've learned, because the more people that do it, the greater the impact we can all have. And there you have it, my top 10 tips for traveling more sustainable this holiday season. Let me know in the comments which one you liked or which one you'll try first and which ones work for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for some more eco-travel inspiration, and have a very Merry Christmas. A bonus tip, if you're traveling for Christmas, if you make your own gifts for your family, stunning. Stunning. Handmade gifts are always the most precious and rewarding. So Merry Christmas, everyone.